What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Keep Talking Nobody Explodes Academy, where I teach you everything there is to know about all the different modules in this game. This episode, we're going to be talking about the keypad, which is by far the easiest module in the whole game. So, this is probably going to be the shortest video in this whole series. We'll start it out. If you've never played the game before, keypad is this module. This is pretty much exactly what it looks like in the game as well. You've got 4 symbols in this little 2x2 grid. Let's actually pull one up in game. But I mean, there's really no surprises here once the lights come up. There we go. So yeah, exactly like it looks in the manual. Camera focus. There we go. Hopefully that whole thing wasn't out of focus. Shit. But yeah, we've got this little box of 4 different symbols. You have to hit them all in the right order. Oh, just missed the first one in the whole video. Love to see it. But yeah, this is not a complicated module. See if I can do it while I'm trying to talk at the same time. Not really. Yeah. At this point, we're almost done. I had to slow down there so I didn't blow it up. But yeah, so that's the module. That's how you solve it, by clicking the 4 buttons in the correct order, as you saw there. And the orders are given by each of these patterns in the manual. So out of the 4 different symbols you have, I just realized this isn't actually a legal pattern, I don't think. Yeah, this example doesn't make sense. But the 4 symbols you have will only appear in one of these 6 columns, and then you'll just have to press them in the order they appear from the top to the bottom. So for example, if this little squashed 6 is one of the symbols you have, that'll always be the first one you press, because it's in this first row going across. And then you'll go down and just click on them in order as they appear. And honestly, that's really all there is to it. For casual player, that's all you need to know. For a serious player, that's all you really need to know. Maybe memorizing the 6 you'll always click first, but even then you still have to tell your teammate or tell your experts all 4 symbols. I guess really the only piece of advice I have for a casual or serious player is establish with your experts ahead of time what you're going to call all of these. I mean, that should probably go without saying, but it's a lot easier to not try and do that on the fly. Although it is a lot more fun to do that on the fly, so I mean, take it or leave it, I guess. Play it whichever way you want to. Because I know when I've played this with my friends, like I'm the expert and they're defusing the bomb, and they try to describe these symbols to me, even though I've probably seen all of them thousands of times at this point. They'll still come up with explanations where I have no clue what they're talking about. And honestly, that is a lot of fun. So maybe actually disregard what I was going to say and don't try and figure this out ahead of time. Just wing it. It's going to be. You might blow some bombs up, but it'll probably be a lot more fun along the way. Uh, and then for a speedrunner or world record speed, just memorize it. There's really not much more to say. I guess I've said this in the past that I'm not going to go into most of my mnemonics, partly because it's easier to remember ones you make up yourself as opposed to just using the ones I use, and partly because a lot of my mnemonics are very vulgar because that makes them more memorable to me. But one example out of these 6 that I will go through is this 3rd column, which I remember is copyright your nose at Kells. Place or house or whatever, that last word always gets dropped off, and it's just copyright your nose at Kells. So, I mean, copyright, pretty obvious for the C. Nose, because this one vaguely looks like a nose. At, if you squint really hard and maybe slam your face into your desk a couple times, this starts to look like an at sign. And then the right half of this is a K. This looks mostly like a 3, which we can pretend is an E. And then lambda is an L. And star starts with S, so you get KELS for Kells. So yeah, that's how I remember that column. The other ones have something similar. None of them are really that sophisticated. You could probably make up all 6 of your own mnemonics for this in like 15 minutes, and it would be way more memorable than mine are to you. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. We're only 5 minutes in though, so let's. Do I have the mod for bigger casing? We'll see if I can do more than 11 of them. Yep, there it is. Oh wait, you need like mod selector to use this one maybe? Well, let's see what happens. I don't play with mods that often, so kinda firing from the hip here. Alright, well, can I just do this? Okay, sweet. Let's just do like 50 of them and see what happens. This should be an adventure. I'll see how big the casing it decides to give me is. Oh, lord. Hopefully this is even big enough to see. Oh. Yeah, alright, well, that was exciting, quote unquote. But yeah, I mean, it's the easiest module in the game. There's really not much else to talk about. I mean, that was what, 50 of them in 2 minutes 35 seconds, plus 6 seconds at the start before the. Well, okay, 6 seconds before the lights come on, then 1 second where the timer sticks at whatever it starts at, and then it actually starts counting down. So you add 7 seconds onto any in-game time to get the, or any bomb timer. Well, okay, but there's also a strike in there, so then that starts ticking faster, so forget about it. But yeah, like 50 of them in 2 or 3 minutes, however long that was. It's not hard. There's, it's probably the second easiest module to memorize, I would say. Simon Says is, or at least the Simon Says if you don't have any strikes is the easiest thing to memorize, and that's something that even like serious players who aren't trying to speedrun should probably memorize. But more on that in the next video. Haha, shameless self-plug. Yeah, I mean, it Okay, we're getting to 10 minutes right now, so I can stop the video. I've made my just over 10 minutes gaming YouTube content. But yeah, I mean, it's keypad. There's not much to talk about here. Anybody can do it. So yeah, hopefully that was instructional to some extent and fun to watch. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. I really do enjoy seeing people comment on my YouTube videos. It is actually a pretty big pick me up. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.